Hey guys, it's your least favorite robot, Hallis here, and just here to disclose that this episode's audio might sound weird. Recently, me and Claire have been dabbling in brand new audio setups, right? Trying to get an actual computer to record it, getting actual microphones instead of operating off of an iPhone and yapping into a pair of headphones. My goodness. It was a janky setup, but it worked. But we're trying something new. All right, last episode we tried recording on a Chromebook and recording with a microphone, Snowball. This episode, once again, we were on the same software for the Chromebook setup, and we had a new microphone with Claire's, right? Because last episode, well, it was certainly good, and also in nature for the episode to be the way it is. Go watch it if you want to know what I'm talking about. There's certainly a lot of peaking in the audio. So this episode, Claire's microphone had a compressor, right? We were like, okay, this should be better. And then I'm going through the audio this week, and like every few seconds or so, I like 10, 20 seconds. This is like a abrupt little blip in the audio in which like the smallest of milliseconds are just cut from the stream. It's not too noticeable, but I don't know, maybe it's just me. But listening through extensively, you go, oh, every few seconds is noticeable. I've only gotten first few minutes. This could be a thing that somehow we resolved midway through and didn't even realize it. But if not, I'd just like to say sorry. It's our bad. We're trying to figure out, I'm trying to figure out how to rectify this right now. But I don't think I'll be able to figure it out before this episode actually drops. So you guys are just gonna have to deal with it, all right? And also, Claire doesn't know I'm recording this, so we're just gonna keep this a big old secret, all right? We're just gonna let these like pre-messages before the podcast release, because Claire doesn't. We discussed this in this episode. Claire doesn't remember anything from the podcast. All right. We record the episode, then we hit the hay, and then Claire wakes up the next morning, just no memory. So like, this is gonna be another little element where it's just like, shh, we're not gonna say anything. That's really all I had to say. Thank you for listening to our funny little podcast. I'm currently in front of a keyboard, so I kind of have to like mess around with it. So like, anyway, enjoy the intro music. Thanks for listening. Welcome everyone to the Cosmic Concierge podcast.
Oh, a timer.
Oh yeah, timer. Getting off to a good start here. I have my phone. I'm covering it, but you should also grab yours. All right, 1 hour. If this episode is less than an hour long, you know we're liars. We're frauds.
I was going to start stopwatching. I think that would make more sense.
That would make more sense. You can start one now. We're only like.
I mean, that was the plan.
Here's the problem. I can't start a stopwatch because my current stopwatch is at this long.
Why?
That's let's see, 3,416 hours, 53 minutes, 49 seconds.
Yeah, but why?
Why?
Also, what the hell just happened?
It cut to the next.
Oh, okay.
Because now we're at measures 11.
We got a new software.
Yeah.
And I'm old.
You're only 11 months older than me.
And technology is scary and scares me.
Ooh.
Oh, don't fucking do that.
Ooh.
Don't stop. Cut that fucking out.
No, I'm having fun.
Why?
Ooh. I'm a ghost.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
No.
Wouldn't it be like cool if I could just like float around and like walk through objects or something?
I guess.
Wouldn't it be cool if I could just like jump at people in the middle of the night?
I mean, you can do that.
Yeah.
Nothing is stopping you from doing that.
I'm bad at. I have low stealth. All right, I'm bad at sneaking around.
That sounds like something you need to work on.
I'm trying, okay? People keep going, you wear bright yellow. This isn't gonna help, man.
Just like get new paint. It's pretty easy.
Get new paint. You gonna pay for a paint job? Huh?
No, because I don't need paint.
It's rhetorical. I'm saying you gotta fork over the cash for me to get a brand new paint job. I'm a yellow robot, all right?
Yeah. I don't know. I think like isn't gray like a cheaper color?
Oh, that's making some assumptions, right?
It is because like that's what like most cars are.
Is it?
I think.
No way. Most cars are gray.
Most cars are like what color is most cars?
This is a riveting conversation to have at a big return to the podcast after we missed 1 week. Cause what do we? You were gone? Or?
Yeah, I was on vacation. Yeah. So 80. Okay. So percentages of cars. Pull out your calculator so we can calculate this.
Oh boy, I got my statistics is gonna come in handy here.
So, 25.8% are white,
Okay.
22.3% are black, 18.4% are gray,
Okay.
and 12.1% is silver. But it
Okay.
also says that, now this is an AI overview, so
Okay,
I'll give you that.
Oh, well.
Also with that, it says that, this is not AI, but 78.5% of cars, this is not the AI part, is grayscale.
Grayscale?
So,
like in
white, black, gray, silver.
Yeah. But that's not all gray.
Yeah.
It is statistical fudging. But I do see your point, though. I'm surprised. White is is number one?
That's weird.
That is... I feel like I haven't seen a white car.
The one in my
white.
driveway?
Like, that's more silver, but like...
No, not the one I drive, the one that I used to drive.
No, that is true.
The actual white.
But like, I feel like, compared to like...
I see more silver cars and gray cars.
Yeah. But like pure white cars, I feel like... I mean, I'm maybe just imagining like a slug bug that is like...
Yeah.
Titanium white at this rate, but...
Yeah.
We should start just pumping those bad boys out, honestly.
We should start making cars.
We should start making cars. People don't do that anymore.
They don't. They don't do
stopped
that.
doing that for some
we stopped
reason.
making cars and we started instead just making really big remote control vehicles. And people think they're cars, but they don't guzzle gas like they used to. They don't punch holes in the ozone layer like they used to. Don't you know that with the hole in the ozone layer, it allows all the aliens to get in? Don't you guys want aliens to get in? I see your guys' memes about how you want to clap alien cheeks, and trust me, you can if you just punch a hole in the ozone layer. Start buying cows and trucks.
Don't you want us near?
Yeah, right? Don't you want us closer?
Don't you want us in your house?
I mean, I've already been to Earth a few times. I kissed Julius Caesar.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I didn't know y'all were close like that.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't know.
Whoa, what? What does that entail? Claire, look me in the eyes. What?
I possessed someone.
Whoa.
And he kissed the person who I was possessing.
You kissed his gay best friend?
I don't know.
You just found someone?
I just found someone, and yeah. And he seemed pretty chill about kissing him, so, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like, was it a good kiss at least? Like,
I don't remember.
That's fair. You are old, and that would have been a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. I don't remember. Like, do you remember what you ate for breakfast today?
That's I don't eat. I'm a robot.
Okay, and? Like, theoretically speaking, if you did have the ability to eat breakfast, what would you have eaten?
I don't know. I mean, out of podcasts, I didn't have breakfast either.
You didn't?
No, I didn't really have lunch either.
Did you have dinner?
Yeah, I had dinner. Or I had a nice meal prepared there, but like...
Okay.
I don't really eat, like, breakfast or lunch most days, at least school days, right? Because I'm a high schooler. I still go to school.
L, minor.
Not for long. Not for long. Because of our schedule change. We would have recorded with the day after my birthday.
Yeah.
But no, now instead we gotta wait a week.
Instead we're recording the day after Halloween. So that could be fun.
That could be
We
fun.
could do like a little game.
We could do a funny little bit. We could do all sorts of spooky little things.
Yeah. We could invite Spiders Johnson.
Who the fuck is Spiders Johnson?
What do you mean?
So I must be having a lapse in memory. Spiders Johnson?
Yeah, Spiders Johnson.
Well, what's his deal?
We've been talking about inviting him for like weeks. I mean, I've been counting down his like appearance.
See, you keep saying this, but you haven't provided the content. I'm scared now.
Why?
I'm horrified. I'm Spiders Johnson.
Yeah, Spiders Johnson.
They're spiders, right? Are spooky little guys, and then Johnson. That you know what that can mean?
What?
Penis. So like, spider's penis, huh?
No, it's not that. That's incredibly disrespectful.
It's incredibly how is that disrespectful?
Well, because like you called him a penis.
And?
That's not nice. How do you feel if I called you a penis?
Wrong. Womp womp.
Do you want to... actually, hold on. Ring. Yeah? Oh, you're here? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, okay, I'll let you in. Hold on. What? Spiders Johnson is here.
What do you mean Spiders Johnson is here?
He's here.
Where are you going? Is that the... What? Alright, Claire's walking around. Where... You're going upstairs? Alright, Claire's abandoned me. I don't know who Spiders Johnson is. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Claire keeps messages. She'd be like, Spiders Johnson. And I'm like, who? And I go, shh. Sweet child. Sweet summer minor child boy. We don't gotta worry about that. I keep going. What does this all mean? What does this all mean? Also, in case you haven't noticed, we're recording on a new microphone, different from last week. So if our audio is peaking or weird,
Alright,
you know.
Johnson, so I've been going through some controversy recently. So you promise like this is to clear the air and like do that? Yeah, I promise I'm gonna be chill today. I'm gonna be really calm and really chill. So yeah.
what the fuck have you brought to the
This
podcast?
is Spiders Johnson.
This is
Hi,
Spiders
I'm
Johnson.
Spiders Johnson. I know I've mostly been talking to Claire about this, but yeah, I'm glad you're letting me be a guest on the show.
So this is the first guest.
No, this is our first guest.
This is the thing you've been talking
Yep, I'm the first guest.
Well, Spiders, take a seat. How's it going? What kind of funky alien are you?
Oh, I mean, I was just like here to clear my name, really.
What did you do?
Okay, so you know how like there used to be Kevlar 8?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Wait, what?
Huh?
Yeah, I'm kind of like responsible for it not existing.
You got rid of it?
Yep.
Hey, who the fuck? Why did
I don't know. Hey, Spiders, do you think you can like look over there? I don't know. I started getting like really weird DMs, and like they would like fucking send me pictures of eyeballs and just eyeballs, and be like spider. And
brought them on the podcast?
yes, and I can't say no. If you got a bunch of DMs of eyeballs saying spiders, would you just say, oh yeah, come on into the show, yeah, this will be great? No, of course. I mean, yes, of course they would. Hey guys, what are you talking about? Nothing spiders, nothing spiders.
We're normal people things.
I mean, yeah, but you're also a normal person,
things.
Of course.
Of course, you're not a severed mannequin head with a cowboy hat on right now. You're a normal person.
Yeah, I'm a normal person, and I love America.
Yeah, that place is pretty.
It's pretty.
It's a lot of nature.
Yeah, it's got the canyons, and it's got the forests, and it's got the big hole in the center of it.
The big hole.
The big. What the?
I don't know.
I'm so scared.
We should have a map put up here, like hanging right there, just so we can keep track. I don't remember.
I don't remember there being a. Hey, spiders! Hey, spiders! Yeah. What do you call? What's the name of the big hole? I don't remember. I think it was called Kansas, but it's not anymore.
So
what do you mean by that?
Where's Kansas?
Whoops. What do you mean whoops?
What does this entail? What's that imply?
Just Spider Johnson things, 'cause I'm Spider Johnson's. And I love America, and I love America, and I love old-fashioned values.
Okay.
Okay.
What kind of old-fashioned values?
Well, first off, I believe that we should probably leave our radios alone.
The Spiders Johnson. We're on a podcast.
I don't know what that means.
Leave our radios. This is a podcast. We air on radios.
Spiders. What does that entail? Well, I mean, there's just so much fake news going on them radios, and I think we gotta get back to them good old red, white, and blue roots.
Yeah. What kind of fake news?
That like humans are the same as other aliens, and that like that is no, we're not.
Johnson,
We can't say that. We just clear. I mean, I'm here to clear up some allegations too. So I mean, like, I'm already saying sorry for one thing. I can't lose all my things.
Lose all your things. What
do you?
What are the other things?
Well, I mean, I'm already apologizing for getting rid of Kevlar 9.
Yeah. I thought it was Kevlar 8.
That one too.
That. Who the fuck did you?
No.
Why did you bring it to our house?
No. Why did we bring this into our hotel? Hey, spiders.
What's over there?
Let me take a good look. I hope it's not any of them human folks entering my space yard.
We can't do this.
We can't do this. We can't do this.
Do that anymore.
God, we're so cooked.
We're so screwed.
Oh my.
What are we gonna do?
Hey, spiders. Yeah. Wanna answer some questions? Wanna answer some questions with us? Yeah, that sounds real fun. I love all your questions.
Yeah. We gotta do it.
I'm so scared.
We gotta do what he's not looking.
I'm so scared.
We gotta do what he's not looking.
Hey, what are you scared of there? Did you see any of them dang old fleshies? I hate fleshies. I hate fleshies with all their pores and their hairs.
Yeah.
I just got my hat, and I got my saddle, and I got my horse.
Oh, you have a horse? That's nice. What's
His name, his name is,
You didn't name your horse, did you? You cruel tyrant. I mean, sick cowboy.
His name is Johnson the Spider.
Johnson the Spider?
His name is Johnson Spider.
Johnson Spider.
Yep, because I'm Spider Johnson, and that's Johnson Spider, and we're best friends.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. Where's the horse now?
You don't want to know, boy. What the fuck?
Whoa.
What happened to your voice? That just happens when I need to get all spooky. I don't like that.
I don't like that.
Don't do that again. Oh, all right. I promise I won't do that again. I was just being a little bit of a goofball. I guess y'all aren't ready for my free speech, dark sense of humor, my dark, twisted joke mind.
Yeah. Maybe we just need to open our minds a bit.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe we just need to open our minds a bit. Hey, Spider Johnson, might look at there for a second.
Yeah.
I just. We gotta do it. We gotta.
No. Do you know?
Dude.
I want to see. He also gave me a shitload of money. Okay,
Wait.
want to see how many?
How many money? Oh my god. Where'd you get all that?
I don't want to know. So.
Look, we could sell it. We should just tell it. We tell them, hey, one of us is sick, or like, just.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I kind of think we should just ride this one out.
Ride this one out.
I think we should just ride this one out.
You tell me you want to record the rest of the episode with Spiders Johnson.
I think I do. I think I do just want to record the rest of the episode with Spiders Johnson.
But like but that's. We'll see. All right. If things get bad, don't tell me I didn't tell you. All right.
Yeah. I know. I'm ready to take all accountability for this. So spiders, want to get into the questions? Darn tootin' I do. Darn rootin' tootin', ready for shooting up them humans. You can't say that.
You can't say that.
I mean, it doesn't matter. They don't have feelings or souls.
Yeah. So welcome everyone to the Cosmic Concierge. I'm your host, but you can call me Hallis.
I'm your host, but you can call me Claire. And yeah, I'm Spiders Johnson, and I love America, and I love cheeseburgers, and I love guns, and I'm awesome.
Yeah.
I have a question, Spiders. Yeah. I mean, like, if you don't like humans so much, why are you so infatuated by their culture? Well, you see, I find their women extra sexy, and I wanna. Oh, you get them.
We gotta cut that.
Yeah, we're cutting that.
We gotta cut that from the podcast.
Yeah, dear.
We can't.
That was. You spent like 15 minutes talking about. Not only disgusting, but like impossible things to do to humans. Like, not only was that incredibly perverted, that was just physically not something they're capable of. You're just too woke. You gotta stop being so woke. I was just joking, and they like being talked to like that. Otherwise, why else would they have their skin showing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Uh-huh.
That's how that logic works.
Yeah.
So we're aliens. We answer questions about Earth, but also now we answer questions about space.
If you're from Earth and you have a question about space, of course I got a question about space because they're all stupid. Most of them haven't even been to space. They don't even know how to fly. They don't even have weight.
Can't.
We got us. We got us.
I'm
don't
gonna kill him.
Don't kill him.
Why not?
I don't know. I would feel bad, I guess.
You feel bad. He's sick out in Kansas a bit ago.
I know, but like I think like there's like a sense of morality to this.
I said the more. Did you hear the last 15 minutes what he was saying?
Yeah, I know. And like maybe he's misunderstood and he's like really fucked up. But also like maybe like we shouldn't just give up. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too fucking sensitive and I feel bad and I pity him. I don't know. Hey, you guys talking about something? Yeah, just about like how cool your hat is. Ah, thanks. I got it from them good old US of A's.
Hey, real quick, what are your thoughts on other countries? Like Canada, what do you think of them?
You mean like the place run by the polar bears?
Yeah.
I mean, the day of reckoning will fix it.
Oh, the day of reckoning.
The day of reckoning.
The day of reckoning. We know all about that.
It, but for the audience at home, what's the day of reckoning? Well, you see, the day of reckoning is when I basically just kind of show up and I just like start hitting things and hitting them, and I clean all the sin and all the scum from the world, and all the people I find worthy, they become part of my harem.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
It's a really fun details. Yeah.
Yep, and it's on December 25th.
December 25th. 25th.
Yep.
This year.
Oh, that's like really close. Yeah, so like if you can like not be on Earth, that'd probably be the best. Because things are gonna get real sticky. If you get what I'm saying, why don't you go wow?
I'm gonna vomit.
I don't feel good. I physically feel nauseous.
I physically feel nauseous out of podcast. This bit is making me physically ill. This severed mannequin head I gave you with a cowboy hat is actually making me...
You don't like it? Truth was, I had no idea what Spiders Johnson was when I started texting you, and I fucking love this. I fucking love this so much. I love this disgusting human being, this disgusting manacle head, this disgusting vile human being who just is absolute scum of the earth. It's so funny.
Well, yeah. Now that we've broken kayfabe again, this is a mannequin.
It is just a mannequin head wearing a American flag cowboy hat that my grandma gave me. I have like 3 of them, and I don't know why, but my grandma, before she passed away, just gave me 3 red, white, and blue cowboy hats, and I just started texting you about Spiders Johnson because I was bored.
Yeah. Now look what...
And I knew it was going to be a podcast bit.
You didn't know.
I didn't really know what I was going to do with it.
Well... Congratulations.
We made the second character.
The second character, because the first
There's
one.
Bendy Dan.
There's Bendy Dan.
Bendy Dan Supermarket.
Bendy Dan Supermarket.
I feel like we got like a spectrum. We're like Bendy Dan. He's a reputable businessman.
Yeah.
He's just a kind dude who's got a job selling secondhand spatial stuff. And then we got Spiders Johnson, who's complete and total violent, disgusting scum of the earth. And so I think we have a pretty good balance. Now we just have to have like the most boring person as our third character.
All right, I know who to call. You hung up on me.
Damn. So
damn is right. It's a beaver.
gonna kill you. I'm gonna make Spiders Johnson real, and he's gonna fucking kill you.
Spiders Johnson real. I'll never forgive you. All right, just so you
I'll never forgive myself.
You manifested this beast, this abomination,
this eldritch nightmare
into reality,
this cosmic horror.
And now we all have to suffer the consequences. Because now this is podcast canon. This is
he's a canonical character in our mythos. When we get big enough to have a Wikipedia, he'll have a Wikipedia page because he's coming back.
No,
he's gonna be in other episodes.
I'm gonna be sitting here. You're gonna there's a chair right next to Claire that I can't see. Claire's just gonna one day reach over, pick up the mannequin
head. Fucking our Christmas episode.
No.
Our Christmas episode's gonna go crazy. No. Our Christmas episode's gonna be so wild because we just canonize that it's like an important day.
It's an important day where Spider-Johnson is gonna scream everyone and everywhere. Cream in the sense of
literal jizz, but he's also going to just destroy the earth. And I don't know what the day of reckoning is. I don't know. Are we clipping the mic?
I hope so. I really hope so.
I really hope that
it would be way larger. It reached the red bar.
Yeah.
We're so good at this.
We are.
We spent the first 20 minutes of the podcast.
Yeah, it's been like 23 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
With just Spiders Johnson.
With Spiders Johnson and looking at the microphone.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really proud of what we have here.
Yeah, I like our community. We've had such a strong community.
We've had such a strong community. People who definitely listened to the last episode.
Yes.
Look, you can tell I'm close to the microphone now. Oh yeah, there's the peaking of the microphone. I'm gonna have to edit this later. But I know most of you haven't listened to the last episode. All right, I know most of you haven't.
I mean,
I'm on to you.
It's just like all ear. Grape. I'm not gonna say the word 'cause I know it's triggering.
Yeah.
But it's like all ear grape. It's funny. It's really funny.
Oh yeah.
Like we're just screaming on a trumpet.
Yeah.
We are screaming on a trumpet.
Hey, we talked about carnival accidents.
We did talk about carnival
accidents. Like 10 minutes.
Too. Was it 10 minutes?
It was. I think it was longer. Last episode you talked about carnival accidents for so long.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I really hope. So for context, I just started taking like ADHD medication.
Oh,
I really hope that the medicine helps me remember Spiders Johnson. And I'm gonna be so mad because like every time we record an episode, I wake up next morning and I don't remember anying I said. I don't remember a single thing about it.
And Claire doesn't listen to the podcast.
I don't listen to the podcast because I get really bad voice dysphoria from it. So I just like don't listen to it. So I don't know what I say.
You don't know what
goes into these. I don't know what goes into these.
I could just like lie. I could lie and just make up bits, and you have no idea.
Yeah, you can just gaslight me into
gaslight you about your own podcast.
That was not, in a way, my idea.
Yeah, for the most part, this was
my plot idea. Yeah.
Yeah, because originally it was. Oh, we ever discussed the original idea we had for this podcast?
I don't think we ever did.
You want to discuss that?
Yeah, sure. Originally, it was going to be basically this, but like in a fantasy world where we had ties to a cosmic horror who was really just like a shitty boss, but he gave us telepathy and we just like hijack people's minds and spout nonsense. And one day a portal opened up in our studio where we would spout nonsense telepathically and letters would fall through the portal. And we would answer them.
But this is so much less complicated,
right? Yeah, this is way less convoluted.
Instead, we're just aliens.
Yeah, we're just
giving advice about Earth and space now. So,
yeah,
it's still definitely not a strange podcast premise that most normal people would raise their eyebrows at.
I mean, but that's how we get views. That's how we get attention. I mean, if it's just, hey, we're two white people talking. That's not gonna get attention. But we're fucking aliens giving space advice.
We're funny little aliens.
Now
that's how you get the big ones.
That's cool. That's some cool shit.
Yeah, and that's how you get everyone's attention.
Yeah.
That and Spiders Johnson. We don't gotta talk about Spiders Johnson. We don't gotta talk. In fact, I've been waiting to do this. I hope that picked up. I haven't.
You should just edit in like a really loud gun noise or like a flashbang sound.
Metal pipe falling.
Metal pipe.
Yeah, I just shot Spiders Johnson. He's dead, or is he?
No, he's not dead.
Yeah,
I do want him to answer some questions because I think that'd be really funny.
Okay. Yeah, this is your bit.
This is my bit. And I'm willing to take all of the consequences for it. Fucking cancel me. If Spider Johnson says anything bad, I take full accountability. I got my ukulele. I'm so ready.
Spider Johnson said all that.
Spider Johnson did say all of that.
That was really messed up. The 15 minutes we had to cut.
Up. The 15 minutes we had to cut. It was pretty bad.
It was really bad.
It was really bad.
Like, you can't say that. Like, how would they even fit? I don't know.
I don't want to know. I think he watched Human Centipede and thought it was like a medical tape or something.
We've got to start giving Spider Johnson better media to watch.
We do. Maybe then he'll stop blowing up planets.
Yeah. Good. But he said
not even blowing them, just like getting rid of them.
Getting rid of them.
He's just like we don't know what that means. But he every planet he's said, other than Kansas, which isn't a planet, it's just like a state. But everything he's claimed to get rid of, I don't know what it is.
I don't know what that meant. I was like, Kevlar, right? What? I don't remember that.
I don't.
No, it could be just a really good gaslighter. Or we have someone very dangerous.
Yeah. Or we just have an actual threat on the show.
Thanks. Because they had a bunch of money?
Yeah. We just gotta get Bendy Dan on the podcast.
We gotta get Bendy Dan.
Bendy Dan is equally powerful, but I feel like he'd just be like, "You guys should buy stuff from my store." Which, Element, that's a little too right libertarian for me.
Yeah.
But
compared to,
it's better than blowing up planets.
It is on a scale of good businessman to destroys planets. I feel like there's some pretty good comparisons to be had there.
Yeah.
So, speaking of questions...
Yeah, let's crack into these fuckers.
Speaking of which, we have questions from the email.
Oh, you should... I should also add the email to my
You should definitely
computer.
do that.
We should let's do that after we're done recording.
Yeah.
We're at 30 minutes, by the way.
We've been 30 minutes of Bendy Dan. Spider
I wish it was Bendy Dan.
I
wish we got Bendy Dan in here.
I wish it was Bendy Dan.
I say that as if Bendy Dan wasn't someone I made and therefore could not just bring in at any time.
Did you have more than one mannequin head?
I do. I don't know where the second one is, though.
You could
go it's upstairs in my room because it's with my blue wig.
You could go get Bendy Dan right now. All right.
I don't want to get Bendy Dan right now.
I'm saying, Bendy Dan is within our grasp.
Yes, but also I just don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't know what his voice. I don't know what he sounds like.
Really bendy. Exactly. Hey guys, I'm Bendy Dan. Welcome to the podcast.
Well, now you got a voice, Bendy Dan.
Oh,
fuck. I don't want to do that voice. That sounds painful.
It is.
I know. Because I've done that. That's Rat King's voice.
Oh no.
Well, I mean, Rat King is a lot more of a growl, but we're not going to get into vagabond stuff.
We don't talk about that on the podcast.
We leave D&D out of the podcast.
We specifically were aliens, so we did D&D. Right?
Yeah. So we're not doing any D&D stuff.
And the people who do know the D&D
if you know the D&D stuff,
cool.
I guess cool. You're probably creaming in your jeans about this wacky little reference we gave you. We're so quirky. I'm just like Deadpool saying that my fans are losers who come at the sound of a reference they like. I'm so
just
quirky.
Like Deadpool, or are you just Perry? See, again, people who don't the people will not get that.
Yeah. All of our fucking listeners from Mexico. Shout out to our Mexico.
Shout out to our fans in Mexico. Which that number keeps going up.
It does?
Yeah, it's every few days I'll check it. It's another percentage point up. I'm like, who is watching in Mexico?
Anyway, shout out to our Mexican listeners.
We greatly appreciate it.
We very much so do.
This is not a bit.
No, I'm genuinely happy about this. I think it's so cool that we're just not just our friend group.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool.
We're not just the people we bullied into listening to this podcast. The people listen to this unironically and enjoy it, and it's
that's really cool. And I'm
really cool.
I'm very thankful for that.
Indeed. Thank you to everyone for supporting this podcast, even if we're starting small. All right, we'll get there one day.
Yeah, starting small and vaguely problematic.
Well, Everyone's got to start.
Yeah.
And also, that was all Bendy Dan.
It was not Bendy Dan.
Not Spiders Johnson.
Spiders Johnson. It was all Spiders Johnson's fault.
Yeah, Bendy Dan is reputable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a reputable businessman. This voice hurts so much to do. Oh my
Oh snap!
goodness.
He just stretched his head into the studio because he can stretch in between planes.
Oh snap!
Oh, and he just stole your coffee cup.
Oh god damn it! I needed that. Wait, why was I drinking coffee?
I don't know.
Wait, why did?
But he took it. He took
My
it.
coffee cup.
He just stole it.
Oh snap!
He's gonna sell it now.
We're gonna sell the unusable coffee cup.
It's
the
like
robot's
a coffee cup sold, touched by a celebrity, I guess. Like that guy who stole Spock's wig. No, I'm not making this up. I think it was Leonard Nimoy.
Leonard Nimoy.
Hold on. It was. Well, okay, that's a whole other thing. I first just went to see because my dad told me a story of, I don't remember what actor. I think it was Leonard Nimoy, but it could have been Shatner. I'm not sure. But basically, someone while leaving the studios was jumped by a fan and got their wig stolen. And I looked that up. And instead, I just see several things on William Shatner was a serial wig stealer who stole up to $10,000 of wigs. What? And I think that's insane. The point there was a court case filed against him.
Oh my god!
Because he kept stealing people's wigs, and that's
what?
Utterly insane.
William, what are you doing? I don't Willie. Oh, Willie, my friend. Why are you stealing people's wigs? They need those.
And it was studio. No, it wasn't people's normal wigs. It was studio props. He was stealing props.
Snatching people's wigs from their actual.
No, he was just stealing props, and it was
that's normal. That's kind of normal, but it's not even
my friend is no, but he stole $10,000.
That's so many wigs. What was he doing with them?
Why do you need?
Every day he puts each one on in an elaborate
ritual. He stacks them.
He stacks them on top of each other. By the end, he's just covered head to toe
in hair. He looks like in the Tim Burton Willy Wonka, that one Oompa Loompa who's just hair. No, he looks like freaking Principal Brown from Gumball. Principal Brown looking at him.
William Shatner would do a ritual and become Principal Brown.
William Shatner is live action Principal Brown in the upcoming Gumball movie, starring Chris Pratt as Gumball.
No, not allowed.
I'm kidding. He's playing Richard. The worst part is that they would do that. They would do that.
Shh, keep your voice down. They'll know. They'll get ideas.
If fucking Universal got the rights to Gumball, they would do that.
Oh God.
And it would be horrible.
Let's not think about this. This is a bad timeline.
And no. If that ever does happen, this is gonna become a solo podcast because I'm no longer gonna be on this earth. I'm leaving.
You're leaving?
Yeah.
What do y'all think of solo cast, by the way? Just slightly tangentially related. What would y'all think of a solo cast? If we couldn't fill the void for a good while. What would y'all think? Comment on our Instagram.
I think it'd be darn spectacular.
No, you stay away. Demon, you go back to your corner. No, fine. You get one. One sentence.
I think I should have a solo episode.
Thanks everybody for listening. I'm gonna go steal Claire's car and drive it off a bridge with Spiders Johnson, of course. Hey Johnson, we're going for a ride.
You think that can kill me? I've seen everything.
Oh, you've seen everything?
Okay, Spiders.
You've seen everything. Okay.
Yeah, I know that you actually are actually a Virgo.
A Virgo?
Yep.
Were you gonna call me a virgin and then stopped?
Nope, you're just a Virgo.
Okay.
That's your star sign.
I was born in October.
You're literally the first day of Scorpio, I think. Hold on.
October 24th.
Yeah, no, so I know you're a Scorpio because Miles is a Scorpio.
Yeah.
And you guys have the same birthday.
But isn't Leah the cutoff for all that?
Scorpio dates. October 23rd. So you're just barely a Scorpio, but you are a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio too.
I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
Basically, Scorpios, from what I've heard, we are better than everyone.
We are better than everyone?
i.e. we're narcissists who think we're better than anyone, but are kind of just like, okay, from what I've heard, so we're all like narcissists, but like women Scorpios are hot narcissists, while male Scorpios are Andrew Tate.
Oh, so I'm Andrew Tate and you're hot?
Yeah.
I see how it is. I see how it is.
Yep.
You're gonna look me in the eye and call me a narcissist?
I mean, I am too. But I'm like a cool narcissist.
You know.
I'm like Iron Man.
You're like Iron Man.
I'm like Iron Man.
You're like
Iron Man's a cool narcissist.
Iron Man.
Shout out to that time, fucking Iron Man got his like personality flipped so he was evil, in which he did two insane things. One of which was he released a optional virus that would make you become your perfect self, and he made it free for 3 days, and then charged $400 a day to keep it. And then when I was like, hey, don't do that. That's bad. Fucking Iron Man gave him his eyesight back, overstimulated him, and then took it away and beat him up. Because he was evil.
Because you could. You're
Yeah.
evil. So
I'm Iron Man.
I'm just gonna scoot. Like,
Don't you want to be perfect for 3 days?
No,
and then
I'm good.
go back to...
I'm good being crazy as I am right now, okay? I'm okay.
Anyway.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
So, were we gonna answer questions?
Yeah, we're going to answer questions. We're fucking 40 minutes in.
You're 40 minutes in.
We are 40 minutes
For Spiders
in.
Johnson, Gumball.
Yeah. So, first question. Ooh, this is a good one from a human listener. You dingle. Dingle.
No.
You shut up.
Bad dog.
So,
Answer the question.
this first human actually on the pod, are all aliens carbon and water based? And if not, why have we been unable to comprehend the idea that all aliens aren't this? Well, one, aren't you silicone based?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have a silicone base because you're robotic. I'm plasma. I'm just like raw plasma. So I think like the main reason why kind of just comes from a xenophobia, but not like a problematic way, but rather you just like humans can't understand that. I mean, like you've spent your entire time as a planet, everything being carbon based. Everything has been that. So like obviously it's going to be a bit of a culture shock that we aren't like that. I mean, listen, I'm made of goo. You're a robot. I'm friends with someone made of light. Like it's pretty.
I know people who entirely inhale methane for a living. All right, it's normal stuff.
I'm made of a collapsed star.
Oh, that's really cool.
That's really cool, Spiders.
Like just you, or are there other ones?
No, it was just me.
It's just
I ate the others.
You
ate the
What? Okay, that's really cool.
So yeah. I mean, like, really, you mentioned how, like, why haven't humans been able to comprehend the idea that aliens aren't carbon-based? But I mean, like, there's tons of aliens that are robotic. I mean, if you look at Isaac from the Orville, Data from Star Trek, General Grievous in a way, even though I guess he's still carbon-based because he has the lungs. But I feel like...
You should steal those.
The Borg. I mean, the Borg is a techno-virus. It's... the Borg and Cypher from X-Men are both, like, technoviruses.
Yeah.
They are living code that, sure, they infect carbon-based, but they are robotic life forms that are completely organic, just silicone-based.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, don't they have some form of AI down on Earth? Is it not that advanced? But...
No, it's like, it's kind of just like a chat bot.
Ew.
Like it's all algorithm. It's not like actual thought.
They don't even have thinking. They don't even have advanced synapses.
No, and honestly, I'm kind of afraid they do, because the people who really like AI only want to use it to do work, which means that if AI had the ability to think for itself, it would basically be slavery. Like, I'm not saying tech bros want slaves. That's actually exactly what I'm saying.
That's exactly.
I mean, like, when you really think about it, the average tech bro is trying to recreate alchemy. Because if you go back to the medieval times, alchemy had 3 goals: eternal life, lead into gold, and the creation of the homunculus, aka a subspecies of human that could be treated however humans want, with no consequences. And if you look at it, most tech bros are actively trying to like upload their consciousness to some grid, or live forever using a series of nonsensical snake oil. They are hooked on NFTs, which are literally turning pictures into money. And AI is the homunculus. They are actively trying to create a subspecies to humans that can do all the work humans do without any of the moral repercussions. Yet, if you were to truly make AI sentient, it would be a huge moral dilemma because that's a sentient brain we're forcing to not pay to do work.
Exactly. It's a real case of, this is an ethical dilemma that we really should be addressing right now.
Yes. God, I love my philosophy professor because this is actually like what he wrote his thesis on to get his doctorate.
Nice.
I love him. I love him so much. He's such a cool teacher. We're watching Star Trek in class. It's so much fun.
Jealous.
Yeah.
You get good teachers.
Yes.
Yeah, my teachers have been actually pretty good this year. Now, to answer the question, why are there other water or carbon-based life forms? Tech bros are alchemists.
Yeah,
so,
tech bros are alchemists, and you shouldn't trust them.
Exactly, and yes, you're listening to them right now.
Another fun human question is, do aliens have pets, and what species would you recommend for a new homeowner? They want exotic pets. I don't think that's illegal.
I don't think that's allowed.
I mean, with that said, when has the law ever stopped us? Anyway.
Yes, you got a really good point. But see, when we break the law, it's fun.
Yeah.
When Spider Johnson does it, it's scary, and like we should.
Yeah, like when Spider Johnson does it, he's intentionally hurting people. With this, we're gonna say do this with extreme caution. Extreme caution.
Be very careful.
But if you wanted to do it. All right.
Go bananas.
Well, first off, we have actually it's a pet, but it's more of a flora. It is the podling. They're roughly, I don't know, anywhere from a football to a watermelon in size plants that uncoil and kind of just like mimic the voices around them. Yeah. They oftentimes will just crawl around with their tendrils, but they're pretty stationary. They usually just use their tendrils to, bring food to them, with their main ability of course, mimicking voices and sounds around them.
Yep, to lure people in.
Lure their prey. Really, once again, small mammals, treat it like you would a snake or mechic, which, speaking of, mechics are definitely not, like, the podlings. They're good because, once again, they're pretty low maintenance as long as they're not running around. Mechans are very similar to dogs, only they got 2 heads,
5 femurs.
And in one head, if you look into its eyes, it'll show you how you die, and the other head will whisper dark secrets you wish to not hear. Along with that, their tail is poisonous and will just stab you, and you'll get a neurotoxin, which will wear off in 4 hours, assuming it doesn't eat you first.
Yeah. Everyone knows neurotoxins are infamous for eating people.
The mechan.
Oh, that makes much more sense than what I'm reading.
I mean, you can't get poisoned, so I wouldn't expect you to. But yeah.
You don't gotta rub it in, right?
Don't want to. It's not fun.
You want to know what else is poison? Alcohol.
Yeah.
And drugs.
Yeah.
And fun party stuff.
That is why. That's why humans are personally to me scary, is because you guys do have a really high tolerance to poison.
That's like really high.
It's almost impressive. But yeah.
They also have the spice. Where the capsaicin, your body's telling you to stop.
Yeah.
To cut it out. And you keep begging for more.
But back to pets.
But
the mechans, if you can look past the prophecies and the poison tail, they actually make great pets. Like babysitters, they're great around kids and are very protective of their family who they bond to. Another one, this is actually kind of fun because I know they've already gotten to Earth, but cats.
Oh, yeah.
Cats are cool because they're fucking parasites here.
Yeah.
I mean, in a way, they're like invasive species, but you've handled them a whole lot better.
Oh, yeah.
Because, a cat, cats have ravaged planets, but,
entire continents.
you guys seem to, have them pretty well maintained as long as you keep them inside. Because I've noticed, just from like my readings, any outdoor cats just completely wreck an ecosystem, which is the same for everywhere else. Cats are horrible for the environment, but as long as like you keep them inside, they're pretty chill.
Yeah.
Not to mention, every time they purr, it sends a frequency out into the universe that makes it slightly better. That's a fun fact about cats.
That's a fun little thing.
Yeah.
They have little enchantments where it's just like, oh, hey, so things are okay for once.
Yes.
Just
don't let them outside. They will wreck the ecosystem.
They will destroy the ecosystem.
Because like almost every single cat, they've somehow found a way to every ecosystem they go to be the second on the food ladder. They will basically destroy all the prey, wrecking the top of the food ladder, which is on Earth like foxes and coyotes. They'll completely take away all of their food and just throw the entire ecosystem out of whack. And they're horribly invasive species.
Oh,
and they are
terribly.
Basically everywhere. Mostly because they are lab grown. But yeah.
Honestly, like I feel like they had good intentions growing all them cats, but they should.
I mean, they're fun, and like once again, finding a way to basically create good vibes and like physical form, great idea. Phenomenal. Great idea.
Spectacular.
But
the consequences.
The consequences.
You always got to think about the consequences.
Yeah.
You know.
Not to mention, if they find a mouse and that mouse is able to walk on his 2 feet, that cat's gonna fucking step on a ladder and go,
this has happened.
This is gonna happen.
This has happened many
and then sometimes
times.
he'll get like a stick of dynamite and he'll try to put it in there, but the mouse is gonna push it out of a different hole and like hand it back to him, and he's gonna like walk away before realizing it, and it's gonna blow up in his face. Sometimes the mouse is gonna get a dog, and the dogs, they just want to protect mice because dogs are chill.
Yeah, they're chill like that.
Also kind of anti-alien, but that's a whole other thing. Anyway, dogs. They'll then attack the cat.
Beat the shit out of them.
They'll beat the fucking shit. And, like the dog will be really buff, and like he'll just like pull his muscles up even higher.
Does that help at all?
I don't know, but it certainly makes him look stronger.
It makes him look stronger.
When he does it, he looks way stronger.
That's how that works. All right.
Yeah.
As long as you look strong, you are strong.
And sometimes the cats, their girlfriends will cheat on them with someone who's richer, and they'll sit in front of a train track, and then the mouse will try comforting him, but then the mouse will find out that his girlfriend was cheating on him, so he'll also sit on the train track, and they'll just like show that to children. That's a real episode of Tom and Jerry.
That's a real episode.
And I watched it recently. I just like cried because
why would they do that?
It's really disturbing. Whose idea was that?
Find me the man who made that episode, or woman. I don't care. Find me the person. Who the fuck made that episode?
Who wrote?
We're going on a manhunt. All right. Do you remember the episode title?
Yeah, Blue Cat Blues.
Who wrote Blue Cat Blues? All right.
Blue Cat Blues is a 19. Right. Of course it was fucking Joseph. Yeah, so William Hanna and Joseph Barbera, the Hanna-Barbera duo, who basically had a borderline monopoly over children's TV in the 50s. I mean, no, they're geniuses. Objectively speaking, they created Tom and Jerry, they created the Looney Tunes, they created the Banana Split Show, they created Scooby-Doo, they created Wacky Races, the Flintstones, the Jetsons. The fucking Jetsons. I love the Jetsons. We love the Jetsons
on this podcast. If you don't like the Jetsons, go leave.
Stop listening.
You're not a listener. You're wrong.
Fake fan. Yeah! Anyway, the Jetsons.
Yes. I thought we were talking about
we're talking about Hanna-Barbera, William Hanna and Joseph Barbera. I don't know why you guys wrote this. Specifically this. Not only that, this is also the very first time Jerry ever speaks. The first episode Jerry ever speaks in. And it's because he monologues. He narrates the thing that drove Tom to depression. And literally, the episode just ends as credits fade, because it fades on the credits and you hear a train horn, and it's
that's like a
genuinely disturbing.
But that's real.
Yeah, it's fucking red mist, but real.
This is Squidward's suicide.
Hyper-realistic eyes with the hyper-realistic eyes and hyper-realistic blood.
Yeah. We need to bring that back.
We do.
Well-made storytelling. No, we're talking about hyper-realistic.
I know Spiders Johnson has hyper-realistic eyes.
Yeah, they keep looking at me.
They do. They keep looking at both of us like a fucking chameleon. And yet they're like normal. And he's a completely pale white mannequin, other than his red, white, and blue hat and his hyper-realistic bloodshot eyes.
It's really weird. Every time I look away, he moves. But then it feels like even when one of us is looking, it still moves in the other's perception. I'm scared.
I'm scared. I don't know.
We're going to wake up and go be there. Like, what are we going to do?
Anyway.
You keep born of a dying star.
I don't know.
Anyway,
let's check the email.
Let's get email questions. All right, so we got some funny little emails from a person we don't know personally. Send emails over to ConciergeCosmic@gmail.com. Really appreciate the support. Hello, Claire and Hallis. I was wondering, what are those scary volcanoes on Earth like? Do they really eat villages like I heard? Thanks, Sarah.
All right, so volcanoes are altars. Mm-hmm. They are altars to various deities that humans worship, in which, if volcanoes are not greeted by a proper bounty, they will take what they demand tenfold, which will then lead to the petrification of cities. So while, yes, it is horribly damaging and will petrify cities and completely wreck them, it's mostly if you just fail to do your duties as a patron of a certain god, which is just like you play by the rules, I guess. You know, talk shit, get hit.
In fact, speaking of the patrons, one of the common ones is a patron of trickery, tomfoolery, shenanigans, if you will.
Yes.
In which most of
Tom Fool.
Yeah, Tom Fool, of course. In which Tom Fool will demand the volcanoes beneath him engage with the disciples in what are essentially pyramid schemes. Wherein, pyramid schemes are where volcanoes lie and say, "Hey, we're pyramids. We're not gonna erupt.
We promise we won't erupt. We promise we won't."
There's pharaohs beneath us.
Yeah, we got dead people in there, and if you eat those dead people, you'll gain their powers, and it's totally not disrespectful to them.
It's totally not disrespectful. There's definitely not decades-old viruses in there.
There's definitely not decades-old viruses and
bacteria.
Extreme culture that we are completely stealing.
No. And that's what pyramid schemes are.
Yeah.
So avoid that at like all costs.
Yes.
Mostly just
because you will be racist for defiling graves, and it's just like incredibly disgusting morally.
And we don't support racism on this podcast.
We don't. I mean, a little racist. You can't say that.
Right to your corner.
Shut up.
Don't do that anymore.
Go away. You're not allowed in this. You said your stuff. You said you're sorry for blowing up Kevlar 8 and 9 and 7. And 7. And 7.
Look! You had your spotlight. We did the gas. We did the goose. We had half the episode.
Yeah, half the episode.
We've had over half the episode dedicated to Spiders Johnson, to a bit where you didn't have anything planned.
I did not have anything planned.
I'm gonna have to edit this. I'm gonna have to listen back to all this horrible vitriol. Hope you know.
Yeah.
Sleep with one eye.
I will say, I don't want Spiders Johnson to be the name. I want it to be a feat. Like, whatever the name of the episode is, Feat Spiders Johnson.
Featuring Spiders Johnson?
Yeah.
All right. We'll see, we've got time for probably one more little question here from the email, again from Sarah. Hello, you two. I was wondering, what are these goblin things I've been hearing about? What are they like? Thanks, Sarah.
They're just like little guys. They're a folklore in humans that they are real, but like significantly harder to find. But they stand anywhere from 6 inches to 3 feet, depending on which type of goblin. And they just causing mischief,
Little guys.
Actively rearranging, like taking the bags out of the cereal boxes and putting them into a different box.
Swapping the caps on markers and all that.
Yeah, swapping the caps on markers. Just stealing one sock.
Leaving the other, so you
leaving the
never
other.
have a pair.
Yeah, they'll, make sure your pillow's always warm by just like resting their hands on it.
Their hands are always
are always really warm,
which is really good if you find a goblin and you're very cold. You can just be like, "Hey, goblin, come here," and just be near their hands.
Yeah.
What else?
I don't know that they're kind of pretty chill. I mean, like occasionally they'll rob a convenience store. Yeah. But like, haven't we all?
I don't think I have. We should go rob a convenience store.
We should.
Next time we're on Earth, if you're a convenience store owner,
I'm going to rob you.
We're gonna rob you.
And I mean rob, not burgle. Like, there's a difference. And like, burglary is without threat or without threat of violence. Robbery is with threat. I'm going to threaten you.
This is a threat.
Violence. This is a threat.
This is a threat.
This is a threat to all gas station employees.
Yeah. So, watch out.
Yeah.
All right. You best sleep with one eye open.
Yeah.
All right. That wouldn't make sense because people don't sleep in the convenience stores.
They don't.
Unless. Is that what the goblins are?
Maybe.
Small spaces they can hide in?
Yeah.
No one would know.
Yeah.
I think I found what the goblins are, guys.
I think so. Oh, I mean, like, have you ever, like, seen a beer cave in a gas station? No one goes in there.
No one goes in there.
And the goblins need to be in a cold area because otherwise their hands will be
Your
too
hands
hot.
are going to be too hot.
So
I think we figured it out.
I think we figured out where the goblins live.
If you're in a convenience store
and you see a beer cave,
go in.
that's a goblin cave.
It's a goblin cave.
That's a goblin
Watch out,
cave.
they're gonna do silly
and their
stuff.
treasure is the beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna do silly stuff to you. Like they're gonna crease your shoes. All right,
gonna
be very
crease your
careful.
J's.
They're gonna crease your J's, Spider-Man.
And I tried. I'm so glad we were able to make jokes about goblins without falling into stereotypically offensive tropes. I'm so happy we were able to do a bit about goblins.
We don't gotta talk about that.
Without falling into the disgusting history behind them. I'm so glad.
I'm so glad we were able to. They're just silly little guys.
Yes.
All right.
They're just zany dudes who make funny music out of like stuff they could find, like garbage lids and like sticks, and they're just
French horns.
And honestly, they're really chill. Like once again, they live in a beer cave, and if you go in there and you have a beer with them, funniest people you'll meet.
Great,
I love
amazing.
them. They're great.
Love goblins.
Yes.
All right. Don't make love to goblins.
I mean, if they consent, and you consent.
If I don't judge.
If both parties are consenting, I don't mind.
I'm saying, but also depending on how small they are, you
got to be careful with
you
them.
may destroy them.
You need to be careful.
They may be not
Physically equipped.
Yeah. So maybe you're not physically.
Maybe
equipped.
you're not ready for them.
You're
not ready for that power.
Some of these goblins can get freaky.
They can get freaky.
Goblins can get freaky, and some of will you will be the puddle afterwards.
Yeah.
So be careful. All right.
But I think that wraps it up for the episode today.
I think we covered a lot of ground here.
Yeah.
Today. A lot of good stuff. We definitely are not in a hostile work environment.
We are not in a hostile
work environment. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, not at
I
all.
would never be in a hostile work environment in which there's definitely not a scary thing.
Scary
thing who's again staring daggers at both of us right now.
While simultaneously facing a direction neither of us are in.
Yep, there's the timer. I'm definitely not shaking in my boots right now over all this. So we're good. Thank you for listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
Our Instagram is Cosmic Concierge Official. Our cover art was done by Cosmic Canvas on Instagram. Intro and outro music was done by Zeb on YouTube. And I think that about covers it.
Yeah.
Oh, and one other thing. Not a sister podcast, but a podcast we'd like to shout out is America, We Have a Problem. Done by our friends Luke and Carson over there. Go give that a little listen. I believe they have their second episode.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, definitely give that a listen. There's some pretty good stuff. It's not this. It's like a serious
It's like an actually informative and good podcast.
Yeah, if you want to listen to something good, go listen to that.
Yes.
So that should be all. Thank you for listening. And